Hi everyone. Today we are going to see run a basic Terraform script. I'm going to launch an EC2 instance based out of Linux Flavor OS, and this is my fourth video in this Terraform beginner series. In the previous three videos, I would have shown you how to install Terraform, AWS CLI, Visual Studio Code as an IDE, how to configure Terraform inside the Visual Studio Code, and how to create a user in AWS Console and configure it in the Visual Studio IDE with the access key and the secret key, so that like whenever you run the Terraform script from the Visual Studio Code, it is going to create a resource in the AWS Console. So right now we'll go into the video. So you can open the Visual Studio Code IDE. This is the home screen. From here you can first of all you can create a folder where you want to place all your Terraform scripts. So I have created a folder called Terraform, under which I have created something called so you can select you can select the folder whichever you want. So I have already created a folder called Jack Tech Videos. I have selected it. So under this folder, I'm going to place all my files, which is going to contain all my Terraform scripts. This is just a basic Terraform script. Going on, I'll be able to create modules, variable file, TFR file, everything. So for now, I'm going to create just a single file called, you can name it as main.tf. Main.tf is a file like where you have placed majority of your code. This will be a main code. Okay, even if you create modules, if you want to call modules, you have to call the modules from this particular file. So that is the main.tf. There's no specific naming convention. If you can have whatever name you want, but it will be easy for someone who's looking into your code to understand if you follow the right naming conventions. Alright, so now we are in the main file. So you can click the terminal. This is the place where we will execute all the commands. Okay, if that window is not appearing, you can go to terminal and click new terminal. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the directory where I'm going to store the Terraform files. By default, it will not open in that particular directory where we created for the purpose of storing Terraform scripts. So you'll have to switch manually using the command CLI to switch to the directory. So I came into the directory Jack's Tech Videos. Now in the main file. So now I'm going, the first thing will be to provide the provider information. Provider information in the sense, it is like it can be AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay, so if you can, the syntax is just very simple. Provider, double quotes whatever it is, AWS. In my case, I'm going to use only AWS. All these videos will be containing only information related to AWS Terraform. Okay, the next thing will be like region. Region equal to ES East 1. So this is the region I am going to use. If you want to use some other region, you can get the code from the AWS console on the right top corner. Otherwise, if you can Google it also, you'll be able to get it. So it is fine. If you want to have a region, use a region nearby your location also, you can use. So that is also a good idea actually. So in all the videos, if you have seen, most of them will not tell you like how you call this syntax. Exact syntax, but you can get it from the Terraform website. Okay, but like no one will writing the code will show you like this is what you have to do. But if you go to the Google and search like this, and you can get this information. So if you see the options like under provider AWS, they are on the sample code, they are given like region and the version. and then another sample they are given like region, access key, secret key. All these things are not compulsory. Okay, I mean like it's optional, except the region as far as I know. So all this information will be available in this website. So it's not necessary that you have to use only the syntax. So it is not necessary you have to use syntax like exactly the words I use in my code. I mean like you can have additional references. If you see this argument reference, this is the place like where all the parameters that can be come under AWS provider is listed. Okay, I mean like you can use any of these as per your requirement, but generally in real-time production, right? I mean like we just give the provider details and then we carry on with the code. I mean the main part of the code. I mean like if this does not come, this will be generally kept by the client itself. I mean when in a service-based company, we will not be much worried about all these factors. Okay, but like you can know it for your understanding. Similarly, what I'm going to search now is for Terraform AWS instance. So how to create a instance. All right. So if you see the very first part, provider's information is given. So I'm going to type using this particular parameters listed in that page. Okay. So I'll give a name here. This name is just something which is related to this particular AWS underscore instance block alone. Okay, I mean like if you want to get any output from this particular block, say suppose you're allocating an instance, right? So once you allocate the instance, you will have something called instance ID. So if you want to give that instance ID or for some other resource coding, you can use this name. So that is it. So these are all syntax. I mean like since we have installed the Terraform plugins, by default it is giving out you the options. So that is the advantage of the so you can also see the description. So what is this? So it says it's required, it's compulsory, this particular parameter needs to be quoted under the AWS instance, because you will need the AMA ID, right? So without an AMA ID you will not be able to launch an instance. So that is why it is made it as compulsory. I mean it's mandatory, required. Alright, so for getting the AMA ID, we'll again go into the AWS console. So AMA ID, you have to remember one thing, it will be different for each region, the same OS, but the AMA ID will be different for each respective region availability zone. So whichever region you are going to allocate the EC2 instance, you have to go to that region and get the AMA ID. If you are going to give some other regions the AMA ID, it will throw you an error, and like you have to break your head. So I mean you have to be careful in these things. So if you see, I'm going to use the AMA 64-bit x86 AMA ID, and the other one is the ARM processor AMA ID. That is not required for us. Okay, that is an Amazon's own processor. You have to, I mean, like you can Google it to understand what it is about, and you can copy. I have pasted the AMA ID here, and now you have to save your changes. Without saving your changes, if you run the Terraform plan, apply commands, right, it is not going to take the latest changes. It will be you will break your head why your changes are not getting reflected. So the first command is Terraform init. So I have given it. So this will initialize the Terraform plugins. I mean the Terraform setup within this particular folder Jack's text videos. If you see on the left pane above the main.tf file, .terraform file got created. So you can read the information here. Terraform has been successfully initialized, and you can read all these informations here. So this is for each module. This is definitely required for you to run the Terraform plan and the init commands. So if you in the left pane, I have opened this .terraform for plugins folder. All right. So what you will see is like some exe file which contains the Terraform setup actually. So that is required for every module actually. So in this case we have only one folder and one file, so obviously we have to do it. Suppose in case you are having a module and calling a module. Okay, so first we'll see about the I have opened that particular folder in the Windows Explorer. So you can see just a .exe file, Terraform exe file. Okay, so what I was saying about so the next step will be giving the Terraform plan command. If you see in the left pane, see it got created some files, and the main file is the Terraform TF state file. Okay, so the terminal window, it is just evaluating your code. So what is required, so it is giving listing you all the things which is going to be created with this particular Terraform code. So plan want to add, so what you are going to add, only one instance. So it's that is why it says want to add. So plus symbol means it's going to add, minus symbol means it is going to delete, and tilt symbol means it is going to modify the existing something in the existing one. So you have to be careful when you run the plan command. You will have to review all these things. So without reviewing all these things, you cannot just run the apply command. Okay. So now I'm going to apply the Terraform apply command. So once you do the plan, if everything is okay, you can go with the Terraform apply command. See all these commands in the going forward in other videos, I'm going to change it, because this is in this place I have made sure. So again, when you apply the Terraform apply command, again the same changes which you have mentioned came out from the Terraform plan is appearing. Okay, so you have to review this also. Again, if you can see plan 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy, you have to give yes in this place. Okay, so it is just giving you a double confirmation if you're really going to apply this Terraform command. So if you see it start getting creating the resources, it says it's creating the instance which I have named as beginner EC2, and it says it's still creating. 10 seconds elapsed, the resource got created. So if you see apply one resource added, if you come to the running instances here, refresh the page, you will see one instance started running. Okay, if you see it's running, initializing, and it does. Since we have mentioned only the AMA ID, right? So it will just use the AMA ID which we have mentioned. Apart from that, all the other information which is required for a EC2 instance is being, by default, it's been picked up. Okay, I mean like default security group, default VPC, default IP address, all those things will be automatically assigned. We can, in the going forward videos, I'll be telling you how to customize all those things. Since this is just a beginning video, I do not want you to confuse with too many things, too many parameters, and that is why I just gave the AMA ID. Okay. So if you see if we look at the security group, what security group it has got assigned, it got us in the default security group. If you see the inbound roles, it is giving all allowance. I mean all the protocols, all the port range, and even same with the outbound rules. So this is not a best. Now coming back to the IDE, I have added few lines related to tags. So I'm going to add tags to the EC2 instance for the identification purpose. So I have already run the Terraform plan command. So it says 1 to change, nothing, 0 to add, and 0 to destroy. Alright, so now I'll show you. I mean, you scroll up, right? So you see this yellow color tilt sign, so which means like it is for modification. Plus sign is green color is for addition. Alright, so that is how it generally appears in the Terraform. So from this plan you can understand, I mean it is willing to change all these things. Alright, so it is willing to change these things. So it will, if you're okay, you can proceed with the Terraform apply command. Alright, so now I'm going to do a Terraform apply. Alright, so once you do the Terraform apply, it will again prompt you for the confirmation. You have to enter yes. So it is asking for a confirmation now. Give yes, hit enter. Now it is modifying the instance. That is where it is going to input the tags. Alright, so that's it, it's done. It's a small change, so it is done. So now I'll go to the AWS console. I'll go to the EC2 dashboard, running instances, and if you see the name, here it is, hello world. That is the name I gave it. Alright, this is about this video. In the next video I'll make the code little complex and show you how it can be done. Thank you. Please do subscribe.